Hello, I'm another day in channel, and today we're going to be grading every single club's Premier League season. Arsenal, season. A disappointing season for the Gunners, all round culminating in a disappointing 8th place finish. It wasn't the best, but let's not forget it isn't a failure. They still managed to reach a European semi-final and finished just 6 points on the top four. So while bad, not a failure. Stay for Aston Villa, this season might not have lived up to any promise. But let's not forget, last season, they nearly got relegated. They smacked the champions around 7-2. They did the double Arsenal, collected an impressive score over Tottenham and Chelsea. Aston Villa, you can't underrate how great the season was for them. Brighton B, they didn't get relegated, and let's not underrate how massive that is. But they weren't anything special, they weren't exceptional. They did manage to beat Man City, but then again, they've won less than 4 home games all season. So Brighton B. Burnley C. A slightly disappointing season. They didn't get relegated, but after Burnley had finished sixth just 2 years ago, 17th is a bit underwhelming. Chelsea A plus. They might have finished fourth. They might have spent 200 million and managed to finish below Man United and Liverpool, who had been plagued by injuries. But we won the Champions League, and just for that, A plus for Chelsea. Brilliant job, to you. Crystal Palace A pretty good season for them. Roy Hodgson doing the job in his final season at Crystal Palace. Eberechi Zaha, brilliant. They managed to finish close to the top half. They weren't dreadful. They smacked five at Sheffield United. Yeah, they played some silky, nice football. A for Crystal Palace. Everton D. Absolutely disgraceful. Carlo Ancelotti was brought in for European football, and excuse me, but Everton's home form doesn't even deserve Premier League football. They were about as close to Champions League football as my grandmother. I mean, it was absolutely shambolic. They won less than 10 home games all season, and Arsenal were closer to European football. Arsenal, horrendous for Everton and dreadful. D. F. They couldn't stay up. They failed. And well, it's an F. There's only one asking for them. They were good. They had a revival at Christmas, but again, they couldn't get enough wins to really drag themselves across the line. Very disappointing for Fulham. Fail. Leeds A plus. A masterclass from Marcelo Bielsa, morphing Patrick Bamford into a deadly striker. The Irish guys probably weeping into his pillow somewhere, but absolutely incredible for Leeds. Getting a top half finish, blew most people's minds. Nobody was expecting this from Leeds. A plus, outstanding for Leeds. Maybe next season they'll kick on for Europe. Leicester A plus. The fans will be pretty disappointed about missing Champions League football, but they did win the FA Cup and they came just within a whisker of top four football. Let's not forget, 10 years ago, Leicester was close to the Premier League. And if you had told them then that they would win the FA Cup final against Chelsea, they'd have bitten your hand off. It's absolutely incredible for Leicester. Let's not forget how bad they were 7 years ago. I mean, this for Leicester is pretty good. Yeah, natural great, but the not of the usual standard, but still managed to score up over 10 goals. Yeah, Leicester A plus. Liverpool C. They did manage to get Champions League football. They finished to reach the respectable position in the Premier League, but this wasn't what they were expecting. Sure, it wasn't their fault. They were plagued by injuries, massacred, bad run of form, but it's it's very disappointing. I expected Liverpool to walk the league this season, and unfortunately, that didn't happen. Liverpool C. They passed Man City A plus. They won the Premier League. They won the Carabao Cup. They got to the FA Cup semi-final and the Champions League final. And even though they didn't win the Champions League, let's not forget 10 years ago they were nowhere close to the Champions League final. A plus for Man City. Stellar season but barely. Man United A plus. Aside from crashing out of the Champions League, it was a pretty good season for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's men. They finished second ahead of their fierce rivals Liverpool. They got to European final even though the Europa League. They were unbeaten away from home. Yeah, pretty good. Man United A plus. Newcastle A. This marked their highest total under Rafa Benitez. They were pretty good. Willock was a revelation ever since St. Maximan got back, provided the spark. Yeah, A, pretty good. Sheffield United a resounding F. They finished ninth last season. They're one of the toughest to beat teams in the league. How did you drop 11 places, face 20th, getting relegated without a whimper? They might have been Man United, but that doesn't matter. They were horrendous, and at Christmas, they looked like they were going to smash Derby County's record. Fail for Sheffield United. Southampton, see, they started the season like a house on fire, even top of the league for a while, and looked destined for European football. They fell off rapidly, losing 9-0 to Man United, and yeah, not a good season to see. Massively underwhelming for Southampton. Tottenham, see, another underwhelming season. They looked destined for great things when they're top of the league for a long period of time at the start of the season. They petered out. They sacked Jose Mourinho. They lost the Carabao Cup final. Massively underwhelming. They bottled the European League to Dynamo Zagreb, conceding a hat-trick to Orsic. Very disappointing for Tottenham. West Brom, they went down, which didn't surprise anybody. They did manage to get some good results, a 3-0 battery of Southampton, and the tiki-taka absolute demolition of Chelsea at the bridge. 5-2. They also drew 3-3 with Chelsea, 1-1 with Liverpool, 1-1 with Man City. That doesn't sound bad, but they also managed to lose 4-0 to Arsenal, 3-1 to Arsenal, 5-0 to Man City, 5-0 to Leeds. They were dreadful. They went down. D for West Brom. West Ham, A plus. They might have missed out on Champions League football, but this was an absolutely amazing season for them. Last season they got relegated, so to go from that to Europa League qualification is absolutely incredible. Well done to David Moyes, and let's give West Ham a pat on the back. A plus for West Ham. Wolves, D. A very disappointing season for Wolves. A failure. The reason for this can be explained in many ways. They lost key players like Jota and Doherty. The season ended almost immediately. Raul Jimenez got injured. And at the end of the season, Nuno Espirito Santos left them. It's really sad. Wolves, they had a disappointing campaign. Finished low in the table. They finished 7th last year and got to Europa League quarterfinal. So to go from that to this is very disappointing. D for Wolves. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, talk to you in a while.
Dancing on the